Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different. Today, we're back with another video. Today, we're gonna be talking about recording vocals like a pro or better or just for beginners pretty much. So this is gonna be teaching you how to record vocals. I'm gonna be doing this in parts, starting out with the basics and working my way up to showing you how to put on effects and how to, process vocals and how to get the best sound. Because a lot of people ask me to do stuff with vocals and I wanna get back into showing more stuff with vocals. So yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it right now. So today we're gonna start off like getting the right sound. Like basically, this is not gonna show you how to EQ and nothing like that, but it's gonna show you how to get the best sound going in. Because the one thing that I see a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of people mess up with explaining is getting the sound going in right. Because if the sound is not going in correctly, then obviously coming out is gonna be harder to mix. It's not gonna sound the way you want to. And it's not gonna be the way you envision it. So you gotta set up stuff a certain way before you start recording in order to get the best take you can. When you get the best take you can, it'd be easy to mix it and mash whatever and do your little effects and all that. So first off, I want to start off like, just some stuff you need to have right now. For one, obviously, you're going to need a microphone. Now, what microphone you choose is up to you. Now, there's three different types of microphones. There's dynamic, there's condenser, and there's rear microphone. Now, depending on your situation and the sound you are going for is going to depend on what type of microphone you get. Now, I suggest if you're starting out, just go with a condenser microphone. It's going to fit pretty much anything, vocals, drums, acoustic stuff, electric stuff. A condenser is probably gonna be your best bet and your safest bet when choosing a microphone brand. It's up to you. I suggest I don't really have a brand that's really good. I mean, I'm a fan of AKG and Audio Technica stuff and also Avantone. So but brands really don't matter. Price range, the lower the price of microphone you get is gonna make a difference. Like if you buy a high dollar microphone, it's gonna be good, but you're gonna need associated gear to go with it to make it sound at its peak level. That's like saying if you buy a super high-end microphone but buy a cheap interface, you're still gonna get kind of a cheap sound. And vice versa, if you got a super high-end audio interface but in a cheaper microphone, the microphone can't really shine because it's not designed to really take advantage of all that stuff that goes in and stuff like that. So a good budget between $150 and about $300 is a good place for choosing a microphone. There's all type of microphones. Also, there's solid state microphones and tube microphones. That's up to you as well. There is a different sound between them. One's more warm, like tube mics are more warmer. Solid states are more accurate. It just depends on how you feel. They each have their cons and their pros. I use a solid state microphone because I can get, it's just a good microphone and it's easy to work with. So, choosing your microphone is gonna be the big part. Don't spend a lot of money on one, but don't, cheat yourself and spend a little bit. Next, you're gonna need an audio interface. Now, depending on what kind of audio interface you get, does not really matter. There's great USB microphones. There's great USB audio interfaces. There's Thunderbolt. There's Firewire. The list goes on and on. But you don't want to choose an interface that's too crap because the preamps inside of it are really going to determine sound. Now, you can buy an external preamp, which of course costs more money, but will give you a better sound. So, but usually nowadays, the Focusrites, the M-Audios, the Personas, the list goes on the companies that make audio interfaces. Their preamps are really, really good. So it doesn't really matter. I'm using right now a Focusrite interface and the preamps sound amazing on it, so just make sure you get a decent interface, to pretty much, get the best sound. I said, but if you want to go with a different colored sounder, that you can buy an external preamp. There's a bunch of them out there, but they range from $100 all the way up to like $4,000 or $5,000. So you really got to think about, is it worth it? Yes or no? That's up to you. Next, you want to need a microphone stand. Why you want to need a microphone stand? Because you don't want to be holding a microphone. If you're using a dynamic microphone, that's good for stage performance. You want to hold it, but 9 out of 10 times you don't want to hold your microphone because that's going to introduce sound into your microphone. So you want to be very careful with that. So yes, get you a mic stand. Just invest in one. The more you spend, the more sturdy it's going to be. But you don't have to spend $100 on a mic stand. You can buy simple $20 to $40 mic stands that are really, really good and really, really, really good. Mine has like 3 legs out there, so it's very stable and it doesn't move around very much. And it comes with a boom arm on top of that too, so I can hold it. I can turn it upside down and all kind of stuff like that, and just get some better angles and different sound, because ultimately where you place the mic is going to determine your sound more than anything. Another thing is you want to invest in either a shock mount. The shock mount is pretty good because that prevents vibrations from the ground. Like you're stomping and moving around, you're hitting the mic. That's gonna kind of reduce those vibrations. That shot mount just right here that's holding my microphone. A lot of microphones come with nowadays. Some don't. You can buy third-party ones, but I suggest getting a shot mount because it will help with reducing those vibrations. Also, you want to get a pop filter. Now, a pop filter is just a must. It's just a must. Like if you are rapping or singing or whatever, a pop filter is a must because that's gonna prevent them plosives like P's and B's from hitting the microphone, all that gust of air, and distorting. You don't want that in your mix because that's really, if you record it like that, you can't get rid of it. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. If you record plosives, it's gonna be in your mix no matter what. And even as I'm saying the word plosive, you don't really hear. Now of course, if I take the pop screen off, you're gonna hear it, but I'm not going to now. Like I said, pop filters range from different prices. Usually they start at like $20. This is like a $30 one. It's cool because it actually goes on the microphone. And I like that because you can actually get up closer to the microphone and that's better though. But some like a standard one is right here, hold on. This is a standard pop filter, about $20. I mean, I still own one just in case, backup, but it works, and you definitely want to get one when you are recording. Another thing is, your room is going to be another big part of your sound. Now, as you see, I got some foam walls back here. Now, when I'm recording, I have it faced to my back, so that way sound waves won't travel back and bounce back to the microphone. Now, you can buy something like this, which is a reflection filter, which is really good because that's going to stop the microphone sounds from going through the microphone, past the microphone, and then bouncing back. So that's going to stop that, but you still need to worry about behind you because more or less sound is going to travel behind you and come back into the microphone because really the microphone is picking up everything in front of it. So if it's hitting off the wall and coming back to the microphone, you're gonna pick up that reverb. So make sure you got some kind of padding around your room to kind of reduce those reflections. You ain't got to go balls out wall and just pad your whole room to where you're like suffocating yourself. But a good amount of padding will go a long way when recording. And I suggest invest in some decent. This is like Amazon padding. It costs like $30 for a bunch of panels. There's places like Phone by Mail, which you can buy a lot of this stuff in different sizes, and I'm gonna order some more stuff like that. I have a bunch of them I'm about to put up, but yeah, just the more reflection you can reduce, the better your sound get. You don't get that big reverby sound in your room. Okay, another thing is gain staging. Now, what is gain staging? That's getting your microphone to the right level for recording. Now, you don't want when you look at your indicator on your interface, you don't want it to go into the red. Red is digital distortion, that's clipping. And once stuff digitally clips or distorts, you can't recover it. It's gone forever. It's just gonna be distorted. You can't do nothing but re-record it. So you wanna be careful that you wanna keep it within the green below the yellow level, because usually indicators go from green, yellow to red. Keep it below the yellow, because that's yellow's like the sweet spot for some stuff, but really keep it in the green. And I mean, you want to adjust your input or your gain until you're at your loudest, you're still in the green. And that's how you know you have good gain staging, because if you don't gain stage it right, your microphone's gonna suck. And I'll definitely go into another video and go more in depth in gain staging, because that's a big thing. But like I said, this is just a kind of a beginner overall view. Another thing is recording your sound is how you're recording, who you're recording, and the voice, the vocalist. Now, depending on what kind of vocalist you are, like I have a very deep voice. As you can hear, it's very deep, very radio sounding, very big. So if I want to get a more warmer sound, I would move closer to the microphone and talk a little less, and you can really hear that the bass and everything is really coming out of my voice, and it sounds just big, boomy, and just exciting. Now, if I want to thin my voice up, I would back up. And as you can hear, you get more of the room sound, but my voice is getting a lot more thinner, and you're getting a little bit of less of that bass in my voice. That's called the proximity effect. Now, the proximity effect basically is the closer you get to the microphone, the more it picks up of your voice. The farther away you get, the more it picks up of the room and less of your voice. So take that in consideration when you're recording or who you're recording. If you have somebody who's very dynamic, keep them to a medium to kind of a far back range, so when they get really loud, they can pull back and you don't distort the microphone. But you got somebody who's really quiet, or like me, like if you want to do voiceovers or something like that, you want to really get up on the microphone, because voiceovers, you really want to have that big boomy voice. That's how a lot of radio people do, and a lot of guys who do voiceovers and stuff like that, they get into the microphone and really, they don't have like no special microphone, or a lot of them have a good deep voice, but to get that God-like sounding voice, they really get up in the microphone and they talk like this, and that way you get that nice big sound that you try to get. So that's really about it. when it comes to recording basses, like I said, those techniques right there, if you put them in consideration, you will definitely get a good vocal sound going in. You know, just be careful of clipping, gain staging, your room does play a part, and like I said, the stuff you're working with. And like I said, it's not too much about the hardware, because honestly, you can get good sound with any type of hardware, any type of microphone, any type of interface. You just gotta know, you just got to learn your stuff and actually, you know, take the time to understand what your microphone can hear, how to EQ, learn your voice or your vocalist, and that way you get a really good sound. So I hope this video helped. You know, like I said, just it's a very basic video. The next video we're going to actually recording vocals and talk about some EQ compression, some reverb, some effects to get, you know, a more crispier sound, you know, just pretty much fixing and cleaning up the vocals. So y'all know who it is, your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all know who I am. I'm Mr. Not Motivated by the Money, but the like, comment, subscribe, and views. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please thumb it up. Any suggestions or any other type of stuff you want me to talk about, I'll definitely get into it. I don't mind. You know how I am. The channel is for my people and for the viewers, and that's what I want to continue doing. So with that being said, I shall see y'all in the next one. Keep making hits.